Hello, I'm Brett Stubbs. We're going to talk about fair use law today. This photo is an example of receiving the rights or copyright rights to a photo. A friend of mine takes these in central Utah, and he gave me written permission to use his work in my classroom. The basics of copyright began in 1709, and that's when the law was enacted. And I'm going to let you pause and read this if you choose to on your own. Obviously unpause to continue.
This is how I feel when I learn about the basics of copyright law. Back in 1709 is when copyright laws were first enacted in the United States.
Just makes my head spin.
There are four basics of copyright: public domain, permission, legal expectation, and fair use. Let's learn about them.
Okay, obviously pause, read over them, and we're going to cover it in the following slides in more detail.
Well, one of the cool things about fair use is that you can use items for a limited time, and it had its origins in the United States. I'm using Snapchat, and I included my little emoji I have of myself because these strange looking eyes. I'm enhancing and changing the original into something different. That would be considered fair use, as I am adding an addition to something and making it something new.
Got the photo there of graduating from school. Educational use for your classroom, because it's non-profit, is generally acceptable. I use a picture of Mom's Cafe in Salina, Utah. My family used to own that. That photo was taken back when my family owned it, so therefore it's okay for me to use it for that purpose. But it's obviously there. If I tried to market other people's property and make a profit, then it's not fair use. Or if I've taken their ability away to receive the just compensation that they deserve for their products, that is not fair use. This is an example of changing or enhancing an image, which I thought was kind of cool. I've never done 3D. As you can see, this is another example of the amount or the sustainability. The little clip is going over and over, and it's been reduced or cropped, so that would be considered fair use. You can see that you can pause this and think about it and write notes on the top left. So how much is too much, and how will you know? I took this picture of the petroglyphs, and it relates to the information there. As you pause, you can think through that and read through it. Who did this? Who is the original author of this work? It could have been yesterday, possibly. It could have been 500 years ago. It could have been 10,000 years ago. We don't know. So how do you know who the original author or creator is? That's always a question I have. Find out if you're going to use something. A little more information on fair use. You can see I want you to pause and take some notes. Think through the information. It's just kind of a review of what we just went over with some examples. Same thing, pause, take some notes if you need to, ponder it, think about it. And we'll continue on with that same idea. Left side, in the next few slides, we'll talk about favoring fair use, when you can use things and how you can use them versus when you should not on the right side. Obviously, that's fair. We all want credit for what we do, and we do deserve it. But yet, I have thoughts over the years, and things that I've said. I've heard my parents say it, but did they come up with it themselves? Maybe not. Maybe it was their parents. Maybe it was the great-grandparents, and so on back. I found stuff in journals from my third great-grandparents that I say, so I obviously credit them with the work, but they probably learned it from their parents as well. And last slide of information is just a detailed example of all the different fair use laws, what you can and can't do. So once again, when you get done with this, I get through it, pause, take your notes, read it, think about it, and later we'll have an assignment that relates to this, and most likely a quiz. Have a great day.